I am Brian Lara, and you're watching Cybernet.
Dust those cobwebs away, because it's time for Cybernet with me, Lucy Longhurst. Travel into another world with Rhea, get padded up with Brian Lara, and check out a game that could be the next GoldenEye. Get into the swing with Cybernet. After a long time in development, Wild 9 has finally blasted its way onto the PlayStation. The platform game genre is flooded with many variations of the same theme, so what do MDK developers Shiny think is so different about Wild 9?
The concept is really to get away from all those butt-bouncing games, you know, the Crash Bandicoots and the Pandemoniums. Butt-bouncing is old. Games like Resident Evil have proved that violence is really what people want, and so effectively what we've done is we've made a much more violent way to play a platform-style game.
You play Wex Major, and your task is to rescue your 8 accomplices from the clutches of the evil Khan. Armed with a rig, a sort of anti-gravity device that allows you to pick up your enemy and give them a good shake, you progress through the levels, picking up objects whilst rescuing your friends. One annoying aspect of the game is that there aren't enough checkpoints, which means you end up replaying a lot of the game if you fall prey to the bad guys. Unfortunately, this doesn't really match up to the diversity and longevity of the excellent Pandemonium, but if you've got a dark sense of humour, you might want to hitch a ride with Wild 9. I'm going to tell you a story. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. A long time ago, a battle was lost and an army was laid to rest for an eternity. Now an old soldier has awoken in the guise of an undead warrior to save the world of medieval.
It has risen again, Sir Daniel Fortescue.
This rather unearthly recipe of a game combines the puzzle element of Tomb Raider along with a hint of platformer. The result, a 3D adventure influenced by the Tim Burton animated film Nightmare Before Christmas. During the game, you must complete a variety of levels in sequence, and if you need a helping hand, you can always visit an old friend.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
Here, your past valor will be rewarded with a new weapon to aid you in your quest to defeat the evil sorcerer. One criticism in 3D games is the automatic floating camera, which never seems to be where you want it. This is true of Medieval, and you'll find it needs to be manually adjusted to get the best view. But this title does have plenty of imagination and some nice surprises to keep up with the Tomb Raiders of this world. It's a monster. If you feel like getting away from it all, why not immerse yourself in the graphically beautiful world of Rhea? It all looks fantastic, but will you want to stick around or vacate the premises as soon as you possibly can? The graphics, combined with atmospheric sound effects, set the mood effectively and are by far the game's best feature.
Wow, a talented architect must have designed this.
As with standard point-and-click games, you're required to solve puzzles and collect objects along your journey. However, some of the puzzles are so obscure you may well die of boredom before you solve them. And this may look like the 15th century, but the characters are in a world of their own.
We all go back, but forget it over now. I want mine.
No, don't do that. All that awaits you is death and destruction. You'd die of thirst, but here you can help us.
You seem to move around the game at warp speed, which at times can put you in a bit of a spin. Anyone else feeling nauseous? Although Rhea sadly lacks in playability, you will experience some lovely environments. I think the last word should go to the actors.
Often seems it's never ending.
I no longer like it here.
Tommy Mackinnon Rally is a great off-road racer, but those ordinary cars can get boring. So if you want to try something a bit different, just take down these 2 codes and get ready for the ride of your life. First, go to the options screen and rename your player with this code: STRANG and E. Now when you get to the race, you'll be driving a rather far-out hippie bus that seems to just float around those corners. Or if you enter this code, P, E, U, G, E, O and T, you'll gain access to a faster, more nimble Peugeot 305. You can now whiz around those courses and watch as your surprised opponents lose control. But if you prefer the miniature antics of circuit breakers to the rally raceways of Mr. Mackinnon, why not open the game up with these two cheats? To gain access to every track, try the following. Start a one-player game and press pause. Then go to the sound section in the options screen, highlight FX, and then hold down L1 and L2. The bonus track should now be yours. If that isn't enough, try racing each track upside down. On the track select screen, hold down L2, R2, down and X. Now, whether you're head over heels with circuit breakers or driving those surprising Mackinnon motors, racing will never be quite the same. A good golf game, as any PC owner will tell you, needs to be highly realistic or just good fun. Unfortunately, these criteria have been overlooked in Waialae Country Club Golf, one of the first golf titles to hit the N64. To begin with, the graphics contain little or no detail and often appear blocky. If you add to that poor animation and backgrounds that look like cardboard cutouts, you're left with one poorly designed title. And the gameplay doesn't get any better. With only one course, it certainly has a limited lifespan, especially as the actual shots are incredibly simple to learn and perform. You can, however, play with up to 4 people, an option that does increase the longevity of the game, but only slightly. If you own an N64 and enjoy golf, tough luck. Waialae Country Club Golf looks bad and only plays slightly better, so be prepared to get that sinking feeling. But sailing over those sand traps for a definite hole-in-one is Tiger Woods' PGA Tour Golf, the latest golfing sim to hit the PC. Using the incredibly fast and fluid 3D engine from PGA Tour Pro, the graphics and animations look brilliant. Every fairway, whether they contain clear lakes, well-brushed bunkers or sloping greens, looks highly realistic, as do the 8 available players. And with 3 huge PGA courses to choose from, together with an unbelievable amount of game options, you won't ever want to leave those picturesque greens. Add to that a great multiplayer mode and some impressive sound effects, and you've got one complete golfing sim. Tiger Woods' PGA Tour Golf is a great game and proves once and for all that stroking balls into little holes can be both addictive and fun. But if you prefer your balls a little bigger, check out Actua Tennis, a title that hopes to outplay the PlayStation's other courtside sim, Smash Court Tennis. Although the game claims to have fully motion-captured players, the animated effects are quite awful. For instance, when you hit the ball, your player occasionally moves after the ball has disappeared over the net. And if you ever see real tennis players running like these, don't bet on them winning anything. The pace of the game is also slow, and winning points can become a marathon, as both players have ample time to get to and perform their strokes. And with its blocky background, dull courts and general lack of excitement, you could well find yourself falling asleep in the middle of a rally. Although much older, Smash Court Tennis wins easily over Actua Tennis, both in terms of realism and sheer speed. Of course, the obligatory sequel should be better, but for the moment at least, your best bet is to take up the real sport instead.